The roar of nature is natural and yet disastrous. How ready are we? With all the things happening worldwide, one common thing we experienced last year was the outcome of nature's powerful impact. First, that $92.9 billion in typhoon damage in 2023 is a great deal of money. It's hard even to imagine how much that is. Just think about everything we could do with that money if it weren't spent on fixing up after disasters. We're talking about building schools, hospitals, and roads. Stuff that would make life better for everyone. It's pretty scary when we zoom out and look at the big picture, that $301 billion in total damage from weather disasters. That's a lot of money, and it's affecting a lot of people. But here's the thing, only 57% of that total is covered by insurance. That means many folks are left to deal with the costs alone, which can be challenging, especially if they struggle to get by. Now, let's talk about those severe storms in 2023. They caused a record-breaking $54 billion in damage. That's a lot of money. We're talking about homes destroyed, businesses damaged, and communities torn apart. It's heartbreaking to think about all the people who have lost so much because of these storms. And then there's Typhoon Doksuri, the strongest typhoon on record to hit China's Fujian province. It caused a whopping $18.2 billion in damage, making it the costliest typhoon in Chinese history. Just imagine how hard it must be for the people living there to pick up the pieces and rebuild their lives. But it's not just China feeling the effects of these storms. Countries worldwide, from Libya to the United States, are dealing with the aftermath of extreme weather events. Lives have been lost, homes destroyed, and communities left devastated. It's a sobering reminder of just how vulnerable we all are to the forces of nature. But here's the thing. We can't just sit back and accept this as the new normal. Climate change is making these storms more frequent and intense, and we must take action to protect ourselves and our planet. That means investing in renewable energy, sustainable infrastructure, and disaster preparedness. Because at the end of the day, we're all in this together, and it will take all of us working together to build a safer, more resilient world for future generations. Here are 10 effective ways to mitigate the impact of typhoons to consider. 1. Early warning systems. Implementing robust early warning systems can help alert communities about impending typhoons, giving them valuable time to prepare and evacuate if necessary. 2. Infrastructure resilience. Investing in resilient infrastructure, such as storm-resistant buildings, flood barriers, and reinforced power lines, can help minimize damage and disruptions during typhoons. 3. Reforestation and coastal protection. Planting mangroves and other coastal vegetation can help reduce the impact of storm surges and erosion, providing natural barriers against typhoon damage. 4. Urban planning. Implementing innovative urban planning strategies, such as zoning regulations and building codes that consider typhoon risks, can help minimize damage to infrastructure and property in typhoon-prone areas. 5. Community education and preparedness. Educating communities about typhoon risks and providing them with resources and training on disaster preparedness can empower individuals to take proactive measures to protect themselves and their property. 6. Early evacuation plans. Developing and implementing early evacuation plans, including designated evacuation routes and shelters, can help ensure the safety of residents in high-risk areas during typhoons. 7. Retrofitting existing buildings. Retrofitting existing buildings to withstand strong winds and heavy rainfall can help reduce damage and ensure the safety of occupants during typhoons. 8. Green infrastructure. Green infrastructure solutions, such as rain gardens and permeable pavements, can help absorb excess rainwater and reduce the risk of flooding during typhoons. 9. Disaster recovery and rehabilitation. Establishing effective disaster recovery and rehabilitation programs can help communities recover quickly and rebuild stronger after typhoons, reducing long-term damage and disruptions. 10. International cooperation and assistance. Strengthening international cooperation and assistance mechanisms can facilitate the exchange of knowledge, resources, and expertise to support typhoon-prone countries in their mitigation efforts and enhance overall resilience to typhoon-related disasters. Stay tuned for more.